here we go, back on the paperwork train after a new collection, who would have thought? And yeah, the podcast, Heavy Cream, the child has a name, like I said. The second episode is up, give us a follow if you're into that shit. There's some personal stories, but there's a wealth of music just talking. We decided to do a Hydra Heads episode that was going to be filmed last week, but we yammered so much that we didn't made it to Hydra Heads, so we filmed that now, so expect that to come up. Thanks to everyone who showed support so far. It's just, you know, not even, friends by now, but, you know, Ruben and Rink didn't know each other, so it clicks. So we'll see where we go with that. On the record player is Haxanu. Not going to talk too much about it, it's in the new collection update. Yeah, just a new Amor Fati release. Very good record. I stumbled through it in the update, so yeah, check it out if you are so inclined. Sound-wise, it will be probably okay. So yeah, this is actually the last stack of the magazines that are here, so I don't know if Paperworks will continue. There's some weird-ass 90s hardcore zines over there that I just got. Gonna put it down. Just before the break, because you wouldn't understand me anyway. So yeah, I don't know where this is going to evolve, maybe into, I'm not sure. Maybe just cuts after this. So no, there's one more actually, with some personal books. Yeah, it's a good one too. Let's dive in. This is a magazine, one more, I'll promise. This is the Focus Knack, which is a magazine that is part of a tree magazine here in Belgium, a three-part magazine, Knack, Focus, and Focus Weekend, I guess. I only like this one. They should sell this separately, and this has the Bonsai expose, the rise and fall of the Belgian label. Let's see where it is. Bonsai. If you don't know Bonsai, we're going to do a podcast or I'm doing a video about it. It is a 90s dance label run by Fly and Mike Braakveld, it says here, but I don't know what his DJ name is, I'm not sure. Oh, have to look into it. Fly is a legend. They both are. Yves de Ruiter is in here, Frankie Jones, The Extreme, Love Parade, so yeah, there was a lot of stuff. We're already talking about doing a bootleg shirt for Heavy Cream. Anyway, then into one of the most hated bands of all time. This is Tool. A friend of mine made this when I was sick, I think, around that time period. And it's just him doing an extensive, yeah, these are all the lyrics for, I think, up to Lateralis, I'm not sure. There's Deftones in here, The Patience, Schism is then in here, Parabol, so yeah, up to Lateralis. Please, still, thank you very much. There are 3 of these. I have one, he has one, I guess, and then Dick has one, another friend of ours. Underground you go. Then some prints I did from Tao before I was able to buy Decibel magazine. I just printed shit out. I guess my dad bought a printer at that time, or I'm not sure. This is their Decibel magazine. I never got the copy. Their Decibel magazine interview. Prolific Doom Crew is a completist dream nightmare. Ain't that the truth? There are lyrics that I printed off for that band. I was into them for a while. Just lyrics. And then there are, to my surprise, some really old patches in here. Here is the old Death logo, which seems very appropriate now. This is going to a record. Then there's an old Elite Media patch. Shout out to Adam. Check out the video if you want to know more about that. And then there's Take Your Life into Your Own Hands and End It, another delightful and upbeat Tao patch. So yeah, these have to be interspersed into records. There is I talked about Decibel magazine, there's another one that is a bit less metal, if you will, and that is Revolver. There's an Emperor shirt in the back, so, you know. It has Horror, Nothing, Power Trip, Bam Margera, 9 Inch Nails. It has, I don't know why I think Power Trip was good, and then it has an expose, wow. It has pictures from the Woodstock Festival, I think. see where harder. Where are they? Probably way in the back. Yeah, so it's old 9 Inch Nails, but then it has not stock pictures also. Very old, beautiful looking pictures. There they are, which is one of my all-time favorite live shows, and I would give a lot to see or to have not been there. Maybe, like I said, I hate standing in a crowd, but yeah. So a Revolver magazine. I've never bought a lot, but there are some cool issues, I guess. Then the 8000 zine, the compilation book done by Reality Records, I think 2 years ago maybe. I got this from the neighbor for my birthday. And it's like I said, all the zines, you can see it in the back, it's like 5, yeah, 5. Then they compiled it. There we go. Reminds me, I need to ask something back. Then there are two zines, two different zines. This is the Golo fanzine? Glue? No, Glue, I guess. Sorry, Glue. I'm not sure if this is by Stain from Raw Peace and Reproach. I think so, but I'm not sure. Dawn of Humans on the back. It has Gehenna, Shit, Despise You, 72 Records, I think, Die, Wrong Decision, Scheisse Minelli, Tulip Board, and other stuff. Trash Out Fest. Yeah. There's the Shit interview, which I got it for. Some newer scavy punk. Yeah, there's some good shit in here. Playlist. There we go. And then a newer Belgian zine. I talked about one edition, I think, a few paperworks ago, maybe. I'm not sure where it interspersed with the videos, but this is Booze Haven magazine. This guy started out as a blog talking about his records, but before, I think before Instagram even. And then he popped up again because that blog got neglected like all blogs do, and then he popped up again. And issue 1 is from 2017, Black Metal Hardcore Punk fanzine, includes interviews with Turia, Mark McCoy, Void Prayer, Gigi Kane, Carved Cross, and the Ordo Omega Absolutai collective. So yeah, there was a lot of black metal in these scenes. Very nicely, how can I say, very, yeah, black and white, but contrast pulled out, but yeah, just like zines are, but the layout is a very good one. He gets even better in other, or in following issues. I'm trying to look for a real good one. This is a Turia page, for example. Carved Cross is more text than pictures, because, you know, Carved Cross aesthetic. And then the second one has Warmlust, Wolf Eyes, Levertraan, and Full Na Sans Qual, I think, the Canadian death metal on, yeah, I don't know what label, Saca do Oil or something like it. It has this, comes with this art print. Then there is a lot of stuff in here, a lot of lyrics, but once again I'm looking for pictures. There we go. There are reviews in here that are quite good for Wolves in the Throne Room, Thrice Woven, Warlock, Perverted Ceremony. There we go. Very cool stuff. Love the layout. The third one that came out about, I think, yeah, a few months ago, that has much more hardcore than it has black metal. I don't think there's any black metal in there, but no. It was because there were some interviews that fell through, and you know, stuff that didn't come. Yeah, that didn't get materialized, so I don't know. Okay, into some weirder shit, I guess. This is Cataract of Fire and Blood by Terence Hanum from Locrian. I'm not even sure what it is. He is an artist, he makes prints and does tapes stuff. This is just a art scene, I think. Ilya Burjus and Terence Hanum. I don't know if there is music accompanying this, but I don't see any 7-inch or anything. Don't even know where I got this. It's just some homoerotic art and then some colorful, color wheels, sun wheels maybe, I'm not sure. Limited edition of 100. I have no idea what it is or where it comes from. Maybe it was together with a 7-inch that I don't know where that is. But then I have one black and green magazine. Like I said, this will show up in the in an episode about that label. Yeah. There you go. This is one I got from him. So cheers to Alex. Then Black Red Methods 2010. Another zine. It has Vitara on the back, Bagatur. I don't know what else. It starts with a band called like, ain't that funny? Synchronicity, or however it's called. Acephal. What else is in here? There is a centerfold by a Viking, which is not promising, but can't read that. Not sure where this comes from, or well, maybe this. It has a drag into sunlight, maybe from their merch table. The Encyclopedia of Dutch Black Metal, Vincent Meelhuizen. Kind of a zine slash encyclopedia, but it's kind of thin for an encyclopedia. But it is very extensive. Digital updates. Yeah. This is from 2004, the first printed edition, and I got just through Levertran, I think. But it has like an encyclopedia, all Dutch bands before there was the Aresias, Novio-Magi, and New Era stuff. So yeah, just a good history, or a mark of history. Then there's the Via Omega. I have one of their zines. This is of course the Watain one, and it comes with the Via Omega Underground zine. It's a duo cover, Richard Geiger. Yeah, Underground. I discovered some bands through this. Jubal, for example, which is a Dutch entity. Ultra Silvam is in here. Silvam, sorry. Algruna, I think. So yeah, this is the underground thing, and this is the actual zine. So it has Watain, Destroyer 666, Nagelfar, Abigor, Possession, Horna, Sargeist, Leviathan, Photography, August Romero, Revenant, Eindhoven Metal Meeting 2017, so it must have been from around that time. That's where they got the Watain interview, probably. KK Warslut, or whatever his name is. Is there anything else but Watain? Such a good Abigor. They're black. And then these are killer pictures from what's the band again? Bestia Arcana. Love this picture. Also a great record. I was looking for the title Holocauston, which is an excellent one. It seems there are, oh, this is poster that comes out. I just stuck it in the middle there. Sargeist. I met this guy once at the Warlord show. Yeah, and then the other side is more, it's about knife throwing, it's about Polish wars, I guess, and H.R. Geiger, some more the art and the literature connected to all of it. Sinister Flame, issue 5. I think this is the only one I have for now. Yeah. Glory from the days of yore, true black metal from the elite, by the elite, for the elite. So you know what's up. Darker Than Black is in here. Abigor, once again, is in here with a really good article. I've read this several times because the writing in here is, yeah, higher quality than it's like their sister zine, which talks about Satanism a lot, and it's of a higher quality, and it deserves your full attention. It's not something you can, you know, just pick up and try to watch TV. It is, you know, It is a very dark tone, but it is very worth reading. There we go. Promo flyer for them. A Mare article I just showed. What else in here? This is worth picking up. I think this is still available in some distros, I imagine. Iron Bone hats commercial, Alfati commercial, New Era commercial. There we go. Then, I showed this before, I think in the last one, but once again, I'll show this. It is the Black Candle. The guy who wrote this, or who did this, was Thomas Reitmeier, and he passed away sadly, I think last week. He had a health issue and didn't recover. So yeah, I met him once, I think, maybe at Roadburn or Incubate, or I don't know where. But we talked a lot because I ordered the zines from him through Mondi. Then we started talking. Great guy, man. It starts with being a father changed my view on many things, so yeah, you know what's up. He leaves behind some people dear to him, I can imagine. Occulta is in here. This is a very good zine that he did. Also very good writing. Not super deep, but good questions. Yeah. Cheers to him. I wish I had a beer, but I'll salute you with some coffee. Cheers, man. Then, Wedding the Skite. I mentioned this zine before, I don't know in which context. Yeah, it has. I picked this up at the Warlock show. This is issue 1, but the issue 2 never came out, or is still, you know. It starts with Kira. Back in the front. It's done by Knit. I'm not sure. Thanks to all contributors, in particular D, Tenebrae and Dwaling. So yeah, it has close links to the Gramschap label. Necropole, Trazillians. Warlock is in here. Wow. Maybe when that album came in. Antaios. I don't know what that is. Pseudo. And Operation Werewolf. I still don't know what that is. Some burly dudes in the forest. Haven't looked into it. Then Temple of Adoration from 2017. This is issue 12. Karma, Crypts, Abutar, Nibiros, Ulurun, Fecal Love, Hardware, Fecal Love, Bleach Fest, Broken Spirits, Candelabrum, and more. This was a distro buy, I'm pretty sure. There's the Origin article. It's all black, white, of course. It is a zine. I'm trying to look once again for a good page. That's Bleach Fest. Yeah, just the back. Some more artwork. You know what letters look like. Then the 2 Down and Out zines I have. This is copy numbers. I'm not sure which one this is. This is 2018. Happy New Year. And this is. Doesn't say. Let's do this one first. So the little one. Some hand reading tutorial on the back. Combat Force. So it's Down and Out is from Australia. A zine that is closely linked to the. Bono is in here. Tatum, but once again a lot of written stuff instead of art stuff. Or there you go. That's closely linked to the Carved Crossed guys. If you want to find out how far, just look into it. Yeah, cool little team. I always ask him for more issues, but you know, the distance between Australia and Belgium seems a bit large. Copy number 71, I imagine 100, I'm not sure. We have time for side B. There we go. Yeah, Down and Out zine. A bit better, some glossy covers. There is Creeps there, Utitech stuff. I knew Carved Cross through Utitech. I think they had one of their tapes in the pretty sure there was a update of them, of Youth Attack that had the cross things. I think the Fallow Field tapes maybe or something like that. Has Cadaver Dog, a lot of Youth Attack in there. That was a period for Youth Attack that with Creepster, Cadaver Dog, City Hunter, great. Black Watch, what's this? Can't even see what it is. Those crazy logos. Coalition. I like this one. Reviews with a set of toys. Rawhead demo. Total Mortician Worship. Nothing more, nothing less. There you go. City Hunter. One of the worst. Well, it's not the worst one. Once you see what it is, it's a great picture, but normally it flies off the screen. Rectal Hygienics Life at Varnish LP, which is in a drug page. Black Twilights. There you go. Mons Finis. And then there's a review for the Durazis Voltaic Omen Total Genocide and Vitala 4-way split, which I'm still looking for. Wyatt, didn't you have it? And aren't you selling it still, maybe? Yeah. If so, hit me up, you dog. Down and out. Wish I had some more. Then, Clovenhoof. Yeah, someone I knew through Facebook but fell off because I just don't go to Facebook anymore. Raw War, the Die Hard edition number 4, Darker Than Black. Affiliation or a sponsor. This is crazy how much is in here for just one issue. It has, as if the booklet or if the zine wasn't enough, it just has a complete extra zine with, I mean, it goes on and on and on. Clovenhoof Zine 2. Or this is Scene 2. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Zine 2 and the other one is 4, but still, it is, it was, oh no, it had an art print, that's what it was. The limited Allegorith mini poster, 20 of 20, so this one has that. Yeah, Vetavrak, whatever you want to call it, that is in there. So yeah, this is number 2 actually. Jan Psyander Whitney or something like it on, it's been a while, but that's what sticks out in my brain. Last Minute Tips. Dispectral Moon, White Death, debut album, The Gormanlich, which was Gorman Luder, which was already in here. So then there is the big one, and this is number 4 then I guess. There you go. It is thick. It's like a it's what you get in school when you start the first of the year. It has a Varigraph, so it was around that time that everybody was looking for the first Varigraph with 7-inch, not knowing the barrage of represses, which is a good thing from them. That would come, and now everybody has that album, which is good. If the demand is there, why not press it? Werewolf Records, you know. Ethics Aside is a very good label, music-wise. I think Ethics will be okay too. Spectral Kingdom is in here. There is some Ifernach in here, which I'm discovering now. This guy was on the mark, man. Yeah, there's also Old Tower is in here somewhere. There is some flyer and poster material. There's this. Here is a badge that came with it, which is incredible. Rupert Artcoin incredible. I took this to the seaboard when we went on vacation there, and I read it completely. This is the Chthonic Nexus, I think, the zine or the pre-zine they did, New Era and Darkness Attacks, with Val, Ravenzang and Box, and this is the Dutch translation of those interviews, or the shorter version of those interviews. Box. Wow. And the Discaterium. I hope I'm still doing good on time, or maybe I need to cut it. Let's see. 24. Perfect. There is Kaleidoscope, another zine. I'm not going to take it out. 1217 selected limbs. I should take it out. Oh, here. Balzer, Convent, Guild, Cosmic Church, Horrendous, Maleficus, Possession. We'll get it out. Free it from the plastic. There you go. So yeah, selected limbs. It is, like I said, a huge track list of bands. Tribulation, Cosmic Church, Balzer, Mysticum, Horrendous, Possession. Tolerant Man, which is weird to find that in there. It's more of a early Posh Isolation band, but Slakes is also, so yeah. Maybe it's from those realms. Slakes. Who started out as a death metal band. There's Tolerant Man. Kind of like Brain Bombs-ish, if I remember correctly, but less in your face and less rapey. The band that went too soon. There's that. And then I have all of these, which I guess I am going to sign off with, but I'll just show you the covers and maybe go through one or two. This is Nocturnal Subjugation 1 with Dismember, Spectral Voice, Hell, Moss, something else. The Reek of Death, Fill Your Lungs. It's the first one. A zine from Indonesia. I know the guy through Instagram, but we once again fell off communication. It happens sometimes. Caveman Cult, Candle Goat, Point Naga, I think, and Bastard Priest. They become thicker once they go up in number. There are a few different versions of these. Civilized, Malphas, Sacraments, Sulfur, and Mark McCoy. So yeah, once again, a zine that covers black metal and youth tech. So no wonder I fell into youth tech, into black metal at some point. Mark McCoy interview, and this is actually one of the better looking zines in my opinion. Sanguine Relic, Blood Incantation, Fremelit. That's how they got on my radar through Blood Incantation. I'm not sure he's even still on Instagram. The Death Plague. A lot of death metal, black metal, hardcore. But hardcore, mostly the youth attack hardcore. A very cool. A Feather and Bone is in here. Plus head-ish thing. Or is it plus head? Yeah, A Feather and Bone, which I not knew at that time. This looks like something. Not sure. The Blood Incantation Spread. I'm not sure if there's an article or just this, because I knew I was bummed. Morbid Bastard Records. Is there Blood Incantation? There is. Okay. I was bummed about something else. There you go, that's that. Then the more noisy zine, Lust for Youth, Paradise Gardens, Massive Cemetery, and Savage Blind God. Shane on the back. Very good. This was maybe his most iconic cover, number 6. With the Rotting Skull. Cloudburst, Culture Shock, Final Grin, Umestis, which is a fucking great band. Need to look into if they did anything. Liquor is the Wolfpack, Denver Wolfpack Civilized. Also there's a entire Civilized article. No, it's Culture Shock, but for the pack, so yeah. Nice. The logo. It's incredible. Need to reread all of this, but this is Umestis. Very good. American punk black metal. Fanzine for July 2017. Wow. Eroded Quarters of Unbeing record release. Look at that. That's been a while. Dark Descent 8th anniversary. Is there a date? 2017. Oh yeah, of course. It has Daggerlust, Maliblis, Carved Cross, Sanguine Relic, Blood Tyrant, Witch in Her Tomb, Grinning Death's Head, Perverted Ceremony, Floridian Winter, Megalith Grave, and